we're getting going here. Rowdy. I think I could manage former students, but I just can't do it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for coming to our school this weekend. Is it summer yet? Just go, play, zip it, yo! Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for coming to our school this weekend, and thank you for celebrating with us this weekend. My name is Bill McEwen, and it's my privilege to stand in front of you as the chair of the best reunion committee that a school could ask for. There's not enough words or enough energy for me to thank them at this moment, but if you can help me thank them, I would much appreciate it. I couldn't begin to tell you how much time and how much energy our committee has put into this weekend. We're a crew of current staff, of retired staff, of former students, and it's my honor to stand in front of you and talk about their time and their energy, and most importantly, friends, the heart that they've put into this. I can't put into words for you the heart that they've put in to everything that you'll enjoy this weekend. And I hope as you walk around, as you experience everything, I hope that you can sense the heart that our committee has put into this weekend for us. We have a number of dignitaries that we're proud to have with us. Our first speaker that I'd like to call to the podium is a Thames Valley District School Board Superintendent and also a Bronco graduate, Mr. Andrew Canham.
Of course, 50 years ago, I certainly didn't need glasses when I had to speak. Good evening. It is my pleasure to join you today on this commensurate stop along Sir Frederick Banting Secondary School's journey of excellence. On behalf of Director Elliott, our associate directors, and the entire senior staff team of the Thames Valley District School Board, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here and bring best wishes to the whole Bronco family. My name is Andrew Canham, and I have the honor of being the Superintendent of Special Education with the Thames Valley District School Board, but also as a Banting student from 1983 to 1988. 50 years ago, in 1969, Sir Frederick Banting opened. Today, Banting is the third largest school in the Thames Valley, and it is here in the TVDSB as one of the largest school districts in the province of Ontario. Banting is the hub of its community. Over the last 50 years, tens of thousands of Broncos have walked these hallowed halls of SS Sir Frederick Banting as they prepare for life beyond secondary school. There is so much to be proud of as a current and former staff and student of Banting. Not the least of which, of course, is the pride that comes from the namesake as one of Canada's greatest heroes. Over the last 50 years, as a school community, Banting has accomplished so much and have many things to be proud of in successes of student achievement, talented and proficient staff, students in the athletics, the arts, French immersion, special education, and of course, community service. However, I believe that Banting has something even more special. And what I will describe to you about Banting is truly something to be proud of, perhaps more so than all of the other events combined. In speaking with the staff and students and the community, there was one consistent and resounding theme. Banting is a place where everybody really belongs. Decades before inclusion decades before inclusion was becoming known as part of a critical learning for part of our work, and long before it became a theme for others, Banting was already living it. What people told me was that Banting staff and students have always welcomed everyone. My question to the staff and students was how? How did they make it happen? And I believe that it's in the heart of this school, its students. What I know about Banting is that it is a school full of leaders. Student leaders have led DARE for grade 9s and 10s for over 26 years. And those other students have led Wildcard for incoming students in grade 9 for 22 years. Students have also graduated and gone on and led in their own communities. You cannot lead successfully without including others, and Banting staff and students have always epitomized that. It takes a very special staff to cultivate and nurture the leadership in students. For over 50 years, students have been taught, shaped, and molded by some of our city's finest educators. This learning has taken place both inside and outside of the classroom. It's taken place in the hallways, on the sports fields, in the gym. Everywhere Broncos have roamed, there have been teachers, administrators, care staff, educational assistants, and office staff who have helped guide and shaped Banting students. Thank you to all of the present and former educators and staff servicing our students for the future. As a former Bronco, I can attest firsthand to the fact that many of the staff who worked here at Banting provided me with the knowledge, the skills, and the tools that have led me to where I am today, both personally and professionally. On behalf of the tens of thousands of students who have benefited from your tutelage, we thank you. And finally, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the senior administration team of the Thames Valley District School Board, I extend our sincere congratulations to the entire Sir Frederick Banting Secondary School community. Teachers, former teachers, administrators, and former administrators, the organizing committee for the events lined up today and tomorrow, and of course, the hundreds of students who call this home. The Broncos, all of you, have helped Banting earn its reputation for excellence and for inclusion. I'm sure that's the reason that there are so many of you that have returned this evening. Enjoy your celebration, and thank you for including us.
When I first started teaching at Banting, I was lucky enough to share a classroom with our next distinguished guest. She is the MP for London Fanshawe, Ms. Irene Matheson.
Thank you very much, Gerald. Whoops. It's okay, I've already forgiven you. Hello, Broncos. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are meeting on the traditional territories of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenni, Lenape, and Attawandaron peoples, all of whom have long-standing relationships to the land of southwestern Ontario and the City of London. I want to say thank you to the organizers of this weekend. Special thanks to Bill McEwen, Principal Joan Cooper, all the staff, the students, The volunteers who put so much effort into the exhibits, the entertainment, the school tours, and the social time. All of that to ensure that this 50th anniversary is a great, great success. So it is a pleasure for me to bring greetings from the Parliament of Canada and to be here to visit with former colleagues, students, support staff, and friends. Now, I've been kicking around a saying for the last couple of days, and it's basically, if you don't have a seat at the table, you're probably on the menu. That's important because Banting gave and gives so many people in the school community a seat at the table to learn, to teach, to care, to participate, and to reach out to the broader community. So I've been thinking a great deal about the 10 years I spent teaching at Banting and the incredible opportunity I saw for student growth. The fostering of citizenship, the academic studies, the practical trade experience, business courses, the performance arts, the visual arts, and athletic excellence demonstrated then and clearly very much a part of student life now. Banting is a leader in this community. Students and staff are ever present for the programs and campaigns to build strength, not just in this part of London, but right across the city. The annual SCROOGE campaign, the diabetes walk, peer support, Relay for Life, all important parts of education, like the leadership training that kids receive in DARE and Wildcard. I want to remind you about the social commitment of this school. This is the school that saw more than 200 of its students take up the challenge to walk and raise awareness to end violence against women. It's the school that supported the White Ribbon campaign. This is the student body that reached out to Muslim classmates with love after 9/11. This is the school that produced great athletes like Jason Tonks and Jessica Salinka. It is also the school that has produced remarkable artists. I hope everyone has had a chance to see Banting art past and present and to know about the great performing arts and the music programs. Hats off to students like Mark Luxton, Isaac Van Deven, Sarah Martinez, and Megan Foster for their incredible work on Prom Queen, this year's high school project. It was a courageous undertaking, and that musical was of a professional caliber in terms of performance. It was just brilliant. And of course, we can never forget all those wonderful high school plays and certainly the promotion of all the clubs. Frederick Banting is a name, a place that is respected and serves as a role model of what education should be across this province. I wish everyone a wonderful weekend of renewing old acquaintances, remembering special moments, special people, triumphs, that incredible prom night, a high school sweetheart, and maybe even a first kiss. But certainly, these are some of the best days. They were some of the best days of your lives, some of the best days of future students and present students. And I want to say congratulations. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
Daughter, and I know that the memories and the friendships that she formed over that weekend and throughout her 4 years at Banting will be with her for the rest of her life. Banting is a place that doesn't just welcome diversity, it revels in it. Diversity and inclusion are lived values that you see every day in the halls of this building. Banting students are confident, independent, and engaged learners who understand their role as citizens of a broader community. And here I want to give a shout out to the Banting students who organized some of the biggest walkouts in London to protest the rollback of the sex ed curriculum last fall. And they were on the streets tell you that when I dropped by the protests, every single Banting student I talked to knew exactly why they were protesting, and they insisted on their right to have their voices heard. Also, you know, when I was on the school board as a school board trustee back in 2003, I led the development of an action plan to better support LGBTQ students. And it was a Banting student, Joanna Paddock. Some of you may know her as a classmate, but it was Joanna whose passion and eloquence and conviction persuaded the rest of the trustees that this was something that we had to do for LGBT students in Thames Valley. Banting certainly offers something for every student who walks through those doors. From more than 40 different clubs and activities, from competitive sports teams to inspiring fundraising events like the Alex Photo Water Walk and the Walk for Diabetes, to French immersion, developmental education, the DARE Leadership Program, the Hockey Academy, and an excellent world-class music program. And anybody who was watching the tweets over yesterday and last night will have seen incredible video of every teacher and staff member who has worked in this building and supported those students has been made better by their time here. I hope that everyone will enjoy a great lineup of activities over the weekend as we look forward to the next 50 years of the only public school in Ontario that bears the name of Sir Frederick Banting Secondary School, which is something very much to be proud of.
To be the principal here. The staff are so dedicated to what they do on a daily basis. They work with each and every student to build great leaders. And if I've met a lot of you, you were great leaders now in what you've done since you've left Banting. So thank you for coming back and being a part of this. Think about all of the memories, whether it's Wild Card, DARE. I remember the mud pit and my initiation here and having to go out back and go through that mud pit, and I'm sure some of you remember that as well. But Banting is a great place. Thank you for coming home. Thank you for being a Bronco and returning. I do want to thank the committee as well. They have worked endless hours to make this event happen. They've dedicated a lot of time. So if you see the folks today with the shirts on and committee on the back, please take time to thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Welcome back, Broncos. Once a Bronco, always a Bronco.